Thank you, Dan. Well, many of us are working on a healthier lifestyle in 2020. Some of us trying to lose some weight. And intermittent fasting is something a lot of people have been talking about. So we want to bring in our expert on this and figure out, is it safe? Does it work? What's going on with intermittent fasting? So we pull in our favorite doctor, Dr. Cedrek McFadden, to talk a little bit about this. So can we lose weight with intermittent fasting?
The short answer is yes, you can lose weight with intermittent fasting, but in fact, with any diet, if done properly, you can lose weight with any diet if you actually follow the rules.
Yeah, following the rules is the key. But what is intermittent fasting for people who don't understand what it is?
So intermittent fasting is a type of diet that focuses not so much on what you eat, but when you eat. It's been around for some time, but it's recently regained popularity as more folks have been taking on the challenge of intermittent fasting. What it involves is restricting the time of day that you eat your normal calories, okay? So for instance, there are three primary groups that folks are using right now, one of which is a 16-8 method, where people will restrict their eating to only 8 hours in a day.
Okay.
The remaining 16 hours, they're fasting.
Okay.
Okay? And that's probably the most popular and the most sustainable one that people have been using.
And who is this good for? Like, is there any particular person that should think about this?
So it's good primarily for anyone who is committed to making a lifestyle change, anyone who's over the age of 18, and it's primarily useful in folks that are even pre-diabetic because it can ward off the ongoing lead to diabetes, which can be a chronic disease that we really need to treat. But primarily it can be used for anyone who is committed to focusing on, changing their health.
And is it okay for everyone? In other words, are there certain people that should say, like, absolutely not, don't go in this direction?
Yeah, so the limitations and the folks that we really try to refrain from, encouraging this diet are women who may be breastfeeding, or women who may be struggling with fertility issues, or if you have diabetes or on diabetic medications, you should also talk to your doctor before. And finally, if you've ever had any history of any eating disorders such as bulimia or anorexia, you should really talk with your doctor before initiating this type of eating plan.
If you're one of those people, and there are so many of us out there who snack at night, that's sort of your weak spot. You do great all day, you eat your salads and do all that stuff, and then you get home and there's bad stuff around and you snack. This might be the solution, maybe, to cutting off the feeder of all this stuff.
Yeah, because one size doesn't fit all. You can really tailor the time frame of what you're going to eat according to your life. So whether or not you're working and 9 to 5 works best for you, or whether you want to extend the hours to 1 to 9, you can tailor this time frame to where it fits your lifestyle.
But what about all the people who say, you have to have breakfast, there's so much preaching about having a good, healthy breakfast.
Sure. I think some of the studies show that breakfast may not be as important as once thought. And again, with this particular type of a diet, you can actually encourage breakfast eating by just starting a little earlier, but then you're having an earlier dinner, probably with the senior citizens a little bit that time.
Right. So you can adjust this according to what works for your lifestyle. In terms of a cost, there's this, when you think about all the diets that are out there, this one doesn't really have a cost. It's just adjusting.
And I think, you still encourage exercise, plenty of water, and really refraining from eating the really processed foods, the heavy fats. The idea isn't that when you are in that period of unrestricted eating, eat anything, because then you probably will have weight gain.
Yeah.
But you really want to focus on the fruit, the vegetables, the whole grains, the really good proteins.
Dr. Cedrek, we appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, Dr. McFadden, for being with us. We're coming right back with more Carolina's Family at 4. We'll be checking back in with the doc all through January as we continue to cover some really interesting health topics. Stay with us.